Hey, this is Samantha here from RecipeThis.com and the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I wanted to show you how to cut a thin cut steak in the air fryer. You may call it frying steak, you may be wanting to use another cut of steak, and you're wondering how the times adjust compared to a regular 8-ounce steak. What I got my butcher to do was to slice a sirloin steak to half the normal thickness to create a 4-ounce thin cut steak, and then cooked it in the air fryer. And this is the video of it in action. Before we dive into this recipe, please note all recipes featured can be found on RecipeThis.com. We specialise in a worldwide readership and recipes are in both metric and imperial. We cook exclusively with kitchen gadgets. You'll find 1,000+ recipes for the air fryer, instant pot, slow cooker, soup maker, bread maker, and many more over at Recipe This. I often get asked about thin cut steak in the air fryer. Well, we all have different names for it, don't we? Some of us call it frying steak, some of us call it thin cut steak. Whatever you call it, I wanted to show you just how easy it is to cook it in the air fryer. Right, so what I've actually found, the best way if you want to do a thin cut steak is actually to get your butcher to do your sirloin steak and then do a thinner cut for you, because that way you can save money because you're getting a 4-ounce steak instead of an 8-ounce. And you can just air fry it like you do with any other cut of steak in the air fryer. I'm just going to give my hands a quick rinse and then let's season it up, shall we? For this one, because it's quite a big one, I'm going to just move it over a bit because it looks a bit silly on one side of the air fryer like that, and we want an even cook, don't we? So we're going with salt, we're going with pepper. And for this one, I'm going to go with thyme. I had to remember how to say it then because I've lived in Portugal for so long, just moved back to England, and they call it tomillo there. I think they call it the same in Spain as well. There you go, an interesting food fact. And then once you've done this, it's time to place the air fryer basket back in the unit and it's ready for cooking. Okay, so for these thin steaks, I recommend that you keep the cook time and temperature quite low. I'm doing 160 Celsius, 320 Fahrenheit for the temperature. And then for the cook time, I recommend 3 minutes on each side. A typical steak I cook in the air fryer, depending on size, is between 5 and 7 minutes. And bearing in mind, you're going with half the thickness here, so we want to go low in on 3. Now it's time to turn it over. And over it goes. And you want some salt, some pepper, and a little bit more thyme. And then we're going to go with the same time and temp again for a further 3 minutes, just to get it fully cooked for you. Beat. Now let's check on our thin cut steak, shall we? And wow, that steak looks absolutely fantastic. And like I say, this is the best thing to do if you want to save money or if you don't have a big appetite. You can personally ask the butcher and say, I just want some thin cut steak, can you do me some 4-ounce sirloin? And this is what you'll actually get. So then, once it's cooked, onto a plate, and then we can check on it. Just heading over to the other end of the kitchen because for some reason I seem to have misplaced my knife, which isn't like me because I'm always super organised. But anyway, cut the steak down the middle. And as you can see, this is how the steak looks. It's absolutely fantastic and we can't wait to tuck in. Well, I just love how well seasoned this steak is. It's got its lovely salt, pepper, and the extra seasoning of thyme that I put on it. It's got a lovely bit of pinkness to it, which is how I love my sirloin. I've got a dog parked next to me because she wants some again. You know, we've been very, very naughty. We've put some in a dog bowl and she can smell it, but she hasn't figured out where it is yet. So she's sniffing around the kitchen trying to get some. So let's try it, shall we? Wow, that sirloin is so good. So, so nice. You know, you don't have to have an 8 ounce, you know, you might have a smaller appetite. And I find that the sirloin, the thinner cut, does actually taste better and have a better sear on it in the air fryer compared to a thicker cut. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more great videos, check out 1,000+ free kitchen gadget recipes at recipethis.com, join the weekly newsletter at RecipeThis too, or let's get to know each other. Comment below with where you are from and which kitchen gadget you own.